Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Fangirlz Assemble. Sorry we started late. I'm so tired. We were both in the heat yesterday, and gosh. I forget how that carries over the next day. It's like I forget how summer works.
And like hot summer, like too hot.
God, it's so hot.
Not okay hot, yeah.
Kentucky's so humid and awful.
Yeah, it's not
and no matter how much liquid IV I drink, because I woke up this morning and I'm like, what's wrong with me? And I'm like, oh, duh.
Yeah, it's drinking.
And then I read Royal City this morning and then cried because if I'm tired, I'm crying.
I mean, also if it's Lemire, it's easy to cry.
God, Lemire.
It's easy to cry.
One of the we'll get into our sponsor stuff, but one of the things Lemire is so smart. He is so smart and incredibly talented. I love his artwork and I love all his stories. The one bummer about him only doing graphic novels is I feel like the general populace is never going to know how rich of a storyteller he is.
I mean, well, this came out on Image and it came out in single issues, so.
I know. I'm just thinking people who don't read comic books.
Oh, sure. Got you.
He's so good. And they're not going to know. They're going to be like, don't you read such and such great novel or whatever? I'm like, one of the greatest storytellers of our generation is Jeff Lemire.
I agree.
And absolutely. People aren't going to know if they're not watching his shows or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, so good.
So true. I agree.
So true, bestie. I like when people say so true, bestie. I think it's really cute.
Yeah.
We gotta add that.
I like adding bestie to a lot of things. Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. Jess says that a lot too, which is very cute. I like when she says bestie.
Yeah.
Well, before we talk about Jeff Lemire, let's talk about where you can buy your books. InStockTrades.com.
Should we show it?
Let's show it. Let me get there. Oh, is this your pick? Our pick?
Oh, I feel like we were pretty limited this month. I was like, I don't know what to pick. Let's.
I assume because of why else would Evil Secret Society of Cats?
Yeah, that is the pick. Girl's pick of the month. Evil Secret Society of Cats. You can get an extra discount. What is it? 50% off? Is that right?
That's 50%. That's $7.49 for this fantastic book. Look at this.
And it's full color.
Full color.
And look at those cats.
Look at them.
Come on now. It's great. I love it.
This creator's great. Are you ladies interested in reading Jeff's Black Label Swamp Thing? Yeah, I'll read anything, Jeff.
Absolutely.
Literally anything. He could write a book written on a toilet paper roll. I'd read it.
And you'd be like, yeah, that looks dope.
I'm like, I pay $100 for it. This is my limited edition.
It's like gold and sparkly.
Comic collectors would, though. You could print it anything. We'd be like, wow, it's so creative. I love the way it doesn't fit on my bookshelf.
Yeah, where am I going to put it? It rolls off every time.
I can't read it when there's a fan on. My cat has already wrecked it,
Yeah.
Oops. You guys can't see my lower half. I don't have legs. It's very important that you never see. Anyways, you can get your books up to 50% off from InStock Trades.
Sometimes more.
Sometimes more.
Yeah.
And if you spend $50, you live in the United States, that shipping is free.
That's free shipping. There's also, we don't mention this sometimes, but if you order 1 week and you order the next week, you have an extra 2% discount on everything.
I always forget that too. Back when I was on it, I was regularly I would make sure I bought my first $50 order and then I wait a little bit.
Yep.
Because you gotta keep that little that little extra. I used to be looking
so
stuff. Good. Batman the Night. Want to read that?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm sorry, I almost burped. Oh, I did.
Will you open the new releases? So I feel like there's more going on.
Let's do that. Let's check it out.
Okay.
What's happening?
What is happening here? A lot of
How
good
do we
stuff.
Relationship? Man, that's still going.
I wonder when that ends. I'm sure it's out there and we can get that information. But so there's been a lot, yeah.
Icon and Rocket. One of my goals for this year is to get you to read a milestone thing with me. That's what
I did read one of those Icon and Rocket series with you.
Oh, maybe it was this one. Did I have you read the new one or the old one?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably the new one. Yeah.
Well, that's probably what that was. It's
Yeah.
out.
And I liked it a lot, so check it out.
I've always wanted to read Radiant Pink, all the Radiant books.
Yeah, I've been
Scrooge
hearing good
McDuck,
things.
the Dragon of Glasgow.
I want that. Look at how cute that looks.
That's really
that
cute.
cover.
I would read that next, but I have to go pick up Moomin because now I just want to read that.
Mm.
I saw this in the bookstore.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Wait,
to
what is this?
Yeah.
Wait, so do, oh my god, it's actual tricks for cleaning your house and recipes?
Oh, Maddie, add that to the cart right now. Add it to your cart. Boom! Yes, what a great deal,
I
too.
need that.
Yeah, you need that.
I love, oh my god.
I love the cat on the cover.
So good. Yeah, we'll be reading this in October, so we'll be getting that before then.
For sure. It's a lot of good stuff. A lot of manga coming out.
A lot of manga. It's always nice to go and check because I feel like sometimes I'll learn about something I haven't heard about yet.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, damaged copy of kept pressing 100 million year button on top. I love manga titles. They're so good. they're all like isekais. It's like, I woke up in another world and I'm only level 1, but my skill is OP, so I'm really good. Volume 1 of 12. A friend of mine worked on that Ernie Kovacs book. I haven't read, but looking forward to it. Oh yeah, that's on the first page.
That's cool.
Hey, my mate is a feline gentleman, Kristan.
What's happening? What?
You have to get
hey!
Oh
it's
no!
A one and done.
But
oh no! Oh no! No! I'm not. I cannot. No.
I have some questions about how that's going to work, but I don't think it's appropriate.
Yeah, there's some questions.
I think that Kovacs book's on the first page. There it is. I'm very curious.
Cool.
Huh.
That's fun.
Yeah. I like good picks.
Awesome. Tons of good stuff there. Check them out.
All right, let me stop sharing. Hello.
Hey. You know what you can also get there? The complete Royal City in hardcover.
Yeah, I'm going to need the physical. The problem is sometimes I don't think, well, one, I was waiting for my paycheck, but two, I also forgot to borrow it from Jessica instead. So I bought it, like, the digital copy. And then immediately I read it. I'm like, oh, man. I could have spent the same and just had the book.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So let's good. Talk about it.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
So I guess, like, the best way to describe this story overall is that it's about this family that lives in what's called Royal City, and it's a very much like industry town. Yeah. So like I don't know what the factory actually does, but it's an old factory, and it's one of those things where like the factory is still like it's not doing as well, but everybody still it's been part of the town. People that live there work at the factory, but it's not really about like that's the background of this. But it's dealing with a family who has not quite recovered from the loss of one of the members of the family. And Jeff deals with it in such a cool way. Because first you start out with one character who's the oldest brother who's left town. He's a big-time writer. He's married to an actress.
Yep, he's coming back to town.
And you start to notice that everyone is talking to this Tommy character. But Tommy looks different for everyone, which is very cool. And it took me a while. I was like, what is... And I was like, oh, okay. And so Tommy is the youngest of the family who had died when he was a teenager, like 14. And every member of the family is still talking to him as if he were real, but in a way that makes sense for each of them, which is really cool. So, like... our main character sees Tommy as he was when he died. The mother sees him as like an older but priest. The sister sees him as a kid she used to babysit. The second oldest brother sees him as a much like his age, like kind of like a screw up. So they almost have like different personalities, these Tommies, and they all talk to him. And their lives are all still kind of like they're stuck still at that time that he passed. And it's so interesting.
It's every time we read a Lemire book, I mean, I've read this before, but he's just so good at characterization, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Because you painted the backdrop and what's happening in the story, but more than anything, we just get to learn so much about each character in this family and their connection to Tommy, who passed. And the whole time, there's also kind of there's a lot of things revealed that I feel like I don't want to give away if anyone hasn't read it.
Yeah.
And things that really help the story come together. And it is just so well done. It's one of those that, you just sit down and you read the whole thing. Like, you don't want to pause because you want to know what's going to happen. You want to know how it's going to finish. There are these great, like, spreads throughout, too, that really help convey, like, what's happening. We have flashbacks to Tommy and what happened to him. And here are all of the, like, future and past and present, like, versions of him that you get to see throughout. I just love how he does unique things like that with the panels and helps convey, like, what's happening in everybody's mind. And I mean, there's just a constant, and there's kind of a mystery too, right? You're like, hold on, are these people seeing ghosts? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Right? And that's so well done too. It's one of those, it's one of those Lemire stories. It's absolutely, like, in my top Lemire stories.
Oh, absolutely. And he talked about, like, I did read a bit at the end, because I read the complete collection also, where he talks about his thought process going into this and how he kind of wanted to return to that similar, like, real people story, like working man, like that type of group, and, like, highlight those, like, as he has in other books. And even had a good part in there. He talked about how some people see books like that and they describe them as slice of life, but when he hears slice of life, he hears, like, boring. He hears, like, not much is happening, which I agree, because I wouldn't give this a slice of life. I wouldn't give any Lemire book slice of life. It's more just, to me, slice of life is a happy life where there's not much going on. And Lemire's book are just life. It's just, like, real life happening, real people, their struggles. And usually, I mean, it's if even the most things like Canadian, right? It feels similar to, like, a Southern story for me. Like, it feels like these are people that I see in my daily life, and his art's always perfect for that. Like, I don't care about his Lemire art. I love it, especially when it's a Lemire story. If it's like a true, not him, like, joining another book or something, or like a DC or whatever, but when he's having, like, a real person story, his art is the best for that. Like, he's the guy. It's kind of like how, like, if you there's certain actors that work well for that kind of story, right? Like Tom Hanks is a good one, or, like, if you're watching something like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, it's got the same feel as, like, a Lemire book to me, like, setting wise.
Absolutely. Oh.
It's very loud, you know.
Did she just open the door?
Oh yeah, she can open doors.
Oh, very smart. Very smart.
She's very, very smart, but she's so cute.
Yeah, she's so cute. Look at that tail.
Elliot's getting there. It's such a great emotional journey, like, because when you start off with our main guy, I forgot his name already.
I did too. Hold on. Patrick.
Because he's an author. He's written 2 books. His first book was very popular. It did very well, called Royal City. His second one, not as well. And they've been waiting on this third one. He hasn't even started. He hasn't had the vision of it. It's also been dealing with issues not being able to see his wife because she's been busy on set. And then he hears his father's had a stroke. And so there's a lot going on in his life. And I loved going on that journey with him, like, his avoidance of his hometown, his inability to really, like, move forward emotionally in his life. I think we can talk about this one point, but, like, I don't think it's, because they reveal it early on, but the fact that his first book is basically just taken from his Tommy's journals. So really, he has everything to owe to Tommy.
Yeah.
But he also doesn't know how to exist without Tommy, because that's the book that was successful. And he's like, I don't know how to communicate my own vision. I don't know how to write this. And you get visions of Tommy saying, okay, can I have my life back now? And he's like, no, I need it for just a little bit longer. Like, I need your story for just a little bit longer. I'm not ready yet. I don't think I can do it. Which really is, like, even though he's talking about the book and everything, is the same for everyone. No one is quite ready to move on. They have so much guilt with that time and what happened. They all have guilt in different ways, and that's why Tommy is there. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh my God. It's so good.
It's so good. And did you know that he's actually bringing it back this year? And you're like, how? Right? So I know it's going to follow Richie.
Okay.
And I believe, let me see, I think it's called The Last Days of Richie Pike, which will be in the fall. Yes, it will. So that'll be interesting, finding the return of Richie and
oh my gosh,
his story. Yeah. Because we are mainly, I mean, we're following everyone in this, but we are mainly, with Patrick. Like, that is the anchor of the story and the reason to come back and see everybody and go through everything. So, yeah, I'm really curious what that's going to entail. Because at first I was like, how? It had a great ending, how? But then I'm like, oh, okay, no, this is interesting,
Well, and that'd be a good one to follow because he's like the fuck up of the family.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got the drug problems. He's the addict. He's like the one gambling away. He's a very he's someone you definitely see a lot in these kind of industrial towns. If there's a factory town, those are guys that they work at the factory forever. There's nothing else going on in town. They have nothing else to do but drugs or mess around, which the small town that I'm from is very much like that. You work at the factory. There's nothing to do in town. And you can tell that if you drive into a place and there's some sort of Tractor Supply store, right? And you see a bunch of high schoolers in their cars hanging out in the parking lot, it's one of those towns. There's going to be an opioid problem somewhere because there's nothing to do.
People go to the Walmart to hang out. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I remember when we got the big Walmart. It was very exciting. And it was open 24 hours. They don't do that anymore. I was like, we have a place to go. Because there's literally nothing else. You have to drive 45 minutes to the nearest movie theater. That was it.
A lot.
You just, I don't even know what we did in Walmart. There's nothing to do.
Just walk around.
Walk around. It's very exciting. I wonder if it'll be a case where he's messing up again and then the family has to remember that even though things are better in their life, it's easy to fall back into those patterns and forget about people who need the help or something.
Well, and I'm wondering if something's going on with him and it's going to bring people back to the same place as well, right? So we're gonna see what's happening with everybody too, because I would be curious.
I want to know what's happening in Royal City.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of changes happening.
Well, and the reveal at the end and that character, I would love an update on. Yeah, which was so great too.
I want more of the dad.
Yeah,
I want the dad and his radios and his radio friend.
Mm-hmm.
I could read a whole book. I want to know how that all developed because I'm really happy for him.
Yeah.
It's so good. Man, the problem is not you know what? The one problem about our show, which I love, right? I love we don't spoil anything, but I can't go into depth like I would over your new reader where we're let's get into it. Because I could talk about. Can we do over your new reader Royal City sometime so we can talk about spoilers?
Absolutely.
Maybe next month on a day I don't want to schedule.
Let's go. I'm in. Let's go.
Bring on Jess or something. Because you could really talk for a while. This is a good book club kind of book.
Yeah, you can dive deep and
you could spend
a lot of depth to it.
20, 25 minutes on each character, really, and their own
100%.
struggles.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite?
I feel like it's the dad.
Yeah, I mean that was just such an interesting plot point.
It really is. There's something so sweet about him.
Yeah,
and I feel like a lot of his because everyone else carried a lot of guilt in their life, and I didn't see that with him. It was more just he's doing his best to take care of everyone the way that he can. And he's not really, people aren't very kind to him. Like his wife is pretty mean to him a lot. But I think a lot of that stems from her own guilt. And just like societally, you know, like my parents were not like that, but like the things that like the mother would say to him and her daughter about like weight stuff and like eating well is something that I am very familiar with.
Sure.
And that kind of like candidness. And he just seemed really sweet, just liked his radios. And his own self-discovery, it just felt very honest. And you get this point, we can kind of talk about where he's like kind of out of body with Tommy, seeing everyone else's lives and what they're doing. And he approached it with such kindness and understanding. And no judgment.
Which is like so rare for probably parents in general, right? But also just the way parents are depicted in media, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was nice to see that.
Especially like an older male character from that kind of like situation, that kind of like town. It's very different. What about you? Do you have a...
Yeah, I feel like I would say the dad's up there for me too, but also, you know, the character we get at the end, like I said, toward the end, I really want to see the return of them, you know?
I would love like an issue too that, I mean, it doesn't have to be connected to anything, that's just like connected to them, especially like their journey, learning more about their past and where they come from.
Yeah.
Because the bits that we got with the music and things, that's what made me cry, because I was doing okay, and then that happened, and then they see him, right, and I'm like, oh, because I just think about how sad that kid was, and for them to connect in a way was, oh god, it's because I'm tired, you guys. I cry a lot. I just don't do it on live. But emotionally, it really resonated with me.
Yeah.
That's a man. People should just be auctioning off Lemire stuff to be like indie movies all the time.
This would be great.
Like, probably have shows, but I want like tons of releases like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say this would be a great like HBO Max series or something. Oh, you know,
just a little short one. Oh, it'd be so good. It'd be on Apple too, because like, unrelated, I guess. But I just finished The Crowded Room, and it has like Tom Holland in it, and it's based off of Billy Milligan, who was like the guy with multiple personalities. It's the first time somebody was he was declared innocent or not guilty for reason of insanity. And so they took that real life thing and adapted into this sort of like story. So it's a similar situation, but not exactly. And the way that they have the mystery there, and like people being planted, you're like, is this real? Is this someone's subconscious? You know, seeing that makes me feel like this could be done really well in a similar format.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And seeing all the Tommies, it's so well done.
Yeah,
man, I don't even know. Again, this is one of those things where I wish we had Lee, because he's so good.
Yeah.
Because I'd love to talk. I don't even know what I'd say to Jeff. I'd just be like, you're real good. And I'm always surprised when I see pictures of Jeff Lemire, because he's not, when I read his books, I see him as the old man in his books.
Yeah, he's younger. Yeah.
I know. And I feel like he's a wizened older gentleman. In my mind, I know he's Canadian, but in my mind, he's a wizened older Southern gentleman who just really gets it.
That's funny.
And he's just like a guy.
Yeah.
He's just
like a dude.
He's just a dude. Man, have you met him before?
I haven't.
No. I'm really surprised.
I've never been at a con that he's been at. I mean,
where does he go?
And lately, like, at least, I mean, he doesn't have to go to cons anymore. So I haven't seen him do mini cons lately.
Man, I'd love to see him and just buy artwork and just put it over my house. Yeah. I'm trying to build a gallery wall in my house. And that would be perfect. Yeah, because he's not a lot of Canada. He'll be at Baltimore Comic Con.
It's just nowhere near me. So he's at
we'd have
these places that are not. Yeah.
We'd have to drive out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've heard good things about Baltimore Comic Con.
I have too. Yeah.
A lot of people we know go. He needs to go to New York Comic Con, so then we have an excuse to go to New York Comic Con. Let's go to New York Comic Con next year. We can just go.
Maybe.
Mary,
I mean,
can we stay at your house? We can stay with Mary and Joe.
I don't think either one of them have room. It's New York.
We'll sleep on the floor.
Just lay on the floor.
It'll be cute. It'll be like a little summer party.
Build forts.
Yeah. See,
Like, no, really.
how much absolute yes. I don't want to paint our nails. I'm not good at it. But I want to pretend. I want that vibe.
Yeah.
The vibe where we do each other's hair, but we're not.
Braid each other's hair.
Yeah.
I have
don't
enough
know how
right
to
here
do
to
it.
braid.
I never learned how to do that.
Oh, okay. Just a
People-
regular braid?
Like I think I know how it works. I don't.
Okay, I could teach you.
My mom and my sisters would, because I have so much hair, they would always do my hair all the time.
Mm.
My mom still does it. She's like, just sit in front of me. Let me do your hair. I'm like, okay.
That's cute.
But if I have kids, if I'm going to, and it's a girl, I want to learn.
Yeah.
Can we plan to start having kids at the same time so we can be?
It depends when are you going to do that.
I'm thinking like 3 years.
Okay. I'm older than you, so
Well, our plan is all right because next
contact
year
my ovaries.
and I might adopt. I don't know. Next year Japan. Year after we go do some vacation, like finally have a honeymoon. The year after is when the kid combo starts.
Okay, got it.
You're not much older than me. I don't remember.
I don't.
Everyone's
We'll
my
talk
age.
about it after. Yeah,
I think we're not gonna
we'll
reveal
see.
it.
Yeah, we're like, we've probably revealed it.
I'm Reed's age, I think.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like.
I'm a few years older than Reed. So.
Yeah. So yeah, you and Elliot are the same age, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think we determined that.
Yeah. I know this is very riveting content for everybody. Do you all want to know if we're gonna have kids? I'm gonna dress them up as comic book characters. Oh, and then if they're the same age, we have our own little Fangirlz Junior.
Oh.
And then they read little books.
Like
And
tiny ones.
We'll still be those like 15 years from now. We're still on the same channel.
Yeah.
In stock trades. Check them out.
Love that.
Love that for us.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, that's the book. I gave it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah,
That
of
was
course
great.
you did. Yeah.
It's Lemire. When have I not?
Honestly. I mean, I could name some stuff, but like
Yeah.
not his main stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Elliot likes Lemire too. Whenever I've given him a Lemire thing, he's liked it.
Nice.
So.
Make him read it.
We should have. Yeah, I want to have Elliot read one of these. I felt bad for the last book I had Elliot read because it wasn't good.
Oh, what a bummer.
Yeah, so he was struggling. I was like, let me give you next time we have a show, maybe we do a not DC thing to take a break. How do you read just like a regular book? Because I think that'll be nice.
We still got to plan the next Reed and Elliot adventure. So, yeah.
I mean, on our list, we had do a power bomb for them.
Yeah. Is that? Yeah, okay, it's out. I was like, is that out? Yeah, that's out.
I think so.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah. I mean, he'd like that. Mini comics for the mini use. Yeah.
Love that. Adorable.
And their names will be Tilly and Walden.
That's funny. Jeff and Lemire.
I can't wait to see which one of us gets Lemire. Could you imagine we come to a com? These are our kids, Jeff and Lemire. He's like,
It's like, yikes.
That's weird.
Yikes.
Or we just lie. We just keep that bit up for whenever we meet any comic person. We just always say our kids have their first and last name.
That would be really funny. Yeah. And every time
This is
they'd
James
be like, yikes.
and Tinny in the fourth.
Love that. Yes.
That's really stupid. I don't know why it's so funny to me.
It is funny.
You know, I think you and me and Elliot and Reed should go to that Undertaker show on the 25th in Louisville.
Okay, I didn't know about it.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I just know the Undertaker's there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the Undertaker.
You gotta watch the documentary. It's so good.
Okay.
I don't know anything outside of that, but the documentary is really good.
All right.
Yeah, every time you're like, is he gonna injure himself too much to go? And he's like, no, I got one more left in the tank, and he does it again.
What is that on?
Undertaker documentary. The Last Ride, it's called. It's on Peacock.
Oh, okay.
Is Peacock free?
I think they're no. There's a free version of some of these. I don't think it's fine though. I have access to it.
You and Ree gotta watch it. You're gonna get invested in a funny way. And we make the joke one more left in the tank all the time to be stupid.
We will do that, definitely.
Well, what else are you up to? What's new?
Well, you told me to
go see Barbie yet?
I haven't yet. I want to. Yeah, I hear it's great. I'm sure I will. I am watching Claim to Fame though. Not that anyone watching cares. But
this is our time.
Yeah, loved the first season. I'm only a few episodes in the second. I mean, loving that too. But
Isn't it great?
How many episodes of the second season are out?
I feel like maybe it's gonna be 4 or 5.
Okay, so I'm not that far behind.
No. So people in the chat, this is gonna sound silly. This show is very fun. Okay?
It is fun.
Trust me. There's 5 episodes out.
Okay.
So basically, I've talked about the show before, I think. It's a bunch of people related to celebrities. And they're all trying to guess who everyone's related to. Because if you guess correctly, then they get voted off. So you're trying to guess, also hide who you are. And it's also fun for the audience because we get to guess.
Yeah.
And try to put the clues together because people are really bad at clues.
Oh, yeah.
They're so bad at it. And I watched the first episode of season 2 as like a joke just to see. And then Tom Hanks' niece lost her mind.
Oh my gosh. She was so bad at it.
Girl.
So bad at it. She is so bad at it.
Yeah, they guessed, and she was so mad. She's like, I can't believe this. Even Gabriel guessed it. He's stupid. Of course they guessed Tom Hanks. It's the green bench. Oh my God. Yes. She's like, I didn't get enough camera time. It was incredible. I was like, this is reality TV. This is perfect.
Yeah. And I was like, no way is Tom Hanks like proud of this person because like
it's not
big old yikes.
Her aunt is who's married to Tom Hanks, so she's not related to him.
Okay, I didn't realize.
But she wanted to choose the bigger name, I guess. But she, lost it. Oh God, it's so good.
It's too much. Yeah, it's really good.
I need to know all your guesses. I guess we could talk about it after the show, I guess.
Yeah, we
can say, okay, we'll say that when we're done. But I do want to talk about it once we're done.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys should check out Twisted Metal Season 1 on Peacock. It's Wacky Races meets Fast and Furious. Also, Stephanie Beatrice from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I never played Twisted Metal.
I was going to say, is it based on Twisted Metal?
Yeah.
My dad and I loved Twisted Metal.
This is probably for you. It looks bonkers.
It sounds like it. I'm like, how did they make a show about that?
I don't know. They have the clown or whatever. I just remember, the only thing I know about Twisted Metal is like what I'd see in PlayStation Magazine and stuff. And like the ads. So I never played it. But yeah, they made a whole show.
Oh, we loved it. That's so weird.
Maybe that's for you.
I mean, I do love Stephanie. Who doesn't?
Yeah, everybody does. She's great. And everybody should go watch the Barbie movie. I think I'm going to go watch it again today. Because the first time I saw it, Elliot wasn't with me, so I want to take him to go see it.
Oh, nice.
Michael, listen, it's worth it. Everyone needs a little something easy every once in a while. We're all talking about big books, right? We're watching serious shows. Well, something like Claim to Fame, it's gonna heal your heart. Okay,
there's a fun mystery involved too, right?
Oh, so yeah, it's
that's really fun. Yeah,
I love a clue, but the only irritating thing is that I'm getting too good at it. We're
Okay.
5 episodes in. I've guessed everyone but one.
Wow.
I'm too good.
Wow.
Now, granted, Whitney and I watch this together, so we sit together and we're like, what? We're trying to piece together the clues. There's one I'm very proud of, but I won't reveal it on here.
Okay.
But I just guessed it because he was like, the person he's related to is like, oh yeah, he like bought gifts for all his girlfriends and they were all cool with it. And I was like, I know exactly who it is.
I feel like I've heard this story.
Yeah, I think he said it's episode 4. But I was like, I know who it is.
No, I mean, like, I haven't seen that episode, but I remember hearing this story.
Okay.
Like, in the news, kind of, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you'll figure it out. Oh yeah, let's talk. And we already planned our schedule, but let's open it up to remind everybody else, and ourselves
for sure.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to remind you, I'm going to be in town near you the last weekend of August.
Okay. So
I would like to see you. I could take you out for donuts or pizza.
Hey, I'm into that.
Go look at books.
Let's do it.
We've got Halls and Reads the first week of August.
That's right.
Then we have She-Hulk.
Yes.
Then we have 6 Sidekicks of
Trigger Keaton.
And then we have Cosmonites.
Yeah. So
it's pretty bumping.
Love it.
I might see if Elliot wants to read 6 Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton. If I'd like it.
That would be fun.
I haven't had him read any Kyle books yet.
Surprisingly.
And I should. Because he'd love all of them.
Yeah.
He's met him enough times. My celebrity, Kyle Starks. So
I could see if Rita's available that day too.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Double date.
Love that.
Damn, I'm doing this again. Where'd this come from?
Johnny
What
Tsunami.
started this? Why?
You're hanging 10, man.
I've never surfed.
I haven't either.
What am I gonna do? Go to the beach? I'm gonna get sand on my toes. It's hot.
Yeah,
there.
Nobody's got time for gross sandy toes. No.
Yeah. I like the idea of being near one, but like up north where it's a little bit colder, and I have my husband just died cardigan on, right? Oh. And I'm reading a book on the deck, and I'm like, oh, my husband mysteriously died, and I'm just relaxing. That happens in movies all the time.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm. Just picture like Sandra Bullock or something.
She's a national treasure.
She is.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what everybody should do? They should treat their shelves and go to InStockTrades.com.
Yeah.
Get some books. In fact, get Royal City if you haven't.
Oh God, go get it, please, and then get me a copy too.
Hardcover. Yeah, it's great. Worth your time. And I think Maddie and I need to go talk about Claim to Fame. So
yeah, so we'll see you guys. Do you have a show today?
No.
Okay, is that next week?
Yes.
And is that? I saw that Jess was rereading Sunny St. James. So is that?
Yeah, it's Hazel Bly and the Deep Blue Sea and the Mighty Heart of Sunny St. James.
Oh God, oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I might join for that one.
That'd be cool.
I'm not doing anything next Sunday.
Nice.
Woo! All right, we'll catch you all next time. Bye.
Bye.